Hello to all of my anime lovers and all others. I hope that you all are doing well today. I know it's been a little while, but I'm glad to be back shooting another video for you all, and I will continue to do so, so stay tuned. First of all, I would like to also begin by saying thank you to all of my subscribers, my watchers, or should I say viewers, and for those who do share the video. I really appreciate your support, and I hope that you continue to assist. Now, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. Today's topic is going to be anime voice actors. Yes, I know it's a bit odd, but I want to go ahead and discuss it because I was wondering how much do these guys get paid, and how do they compare to other people within the animated industry, right? Because you have anime, which for me is like the top, but then you also have comics, which I think is like right next to it. But then again, is it really because you also have video games, and then you have these whatever you call them, cartoons, and then you have the movies for children and so forth. I'm not trying to say that cartoons are for kids, grown adults watch it, but just make sure that you understand that there's a distinction between a cartoon and an anime. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. There's a difference between the pay of a anime voice actor and a voice actor of another kind of genre, animated genre. Let me make sure that's clear. And so what I mean by that is like what a anime voice actor gets paid is probably going to be different than what a cartoon voice actor or a game voice actor or a comic series voice actor, should I say comic based animated series voice actor, right? So the anime voice actor gets a more significant pay, but then when you think about it, and that's not always the case, but frequently they do have a higher pay rate. When you think about it, these guys are frequently doing this. If you have like animes named from A to Z, so you have a person or a voice actor for anime A, you'll catch the same person voice acting on anime D, G, P, and maybe even Y. And this can be all within the same year. So you know that this guy or this gal has been on the road. They've been working tirelessly, right? But then when you take another moment, you look and you say, okay, what about the movies? How often do you get a movie that has sequels to them? Not often, right? Yeah, it happens, but it has to be something really good. There has to be a budget for it and so forth. So most times it's going to be like a one and done kind of thing. And how often does that happen for that particular voice actress within a voice actor within a different genre other than anime? Like even for a video game, you have video games that come out sometimes yearly. A lot of times it's like every few years. Like the bigger games probably come out like every year or every other year, like Call of Duty or something, or Madden or 2K. At least that's what it used to be called. I don't know if it's still called 2K, so forgive me if I'm not hip with time. Right? But there's going to be a different pay ratio. So what I found that is for voice actors other than anime, the lowest can be as low as under $20,000 for a entry level voice actor. But for all of them across the board, it can be as high as hundreds of thousands of dollars, potentially even more, depending on how well the series is doing and or how sought after that particular series is. So I know I frequently use One Piece, but you can use that. You can use Fairy Tail. You can use Conan, Detective Conan, right? These are animes that have been going on for years upon years, probably decades at this point. Those guys are going to probably get a higher pay rate, right? Because people demand to listen to the same person. I would not be happy if they suddenly changed Luffy or Naruto's voice to some other person, because when you do that, the whole dynamics change. Why'd the voice change? What happened to the character? I want to know what's going on. You guys having financial hardship, or you guys treating your employees bad? The person didn't want to come back? What's really happening here? So those are things that go into that. So that same person continues to do voice acting for particular characters, and they do it for different characters. Whereas for a game, you may have games as low as like 5 hours, upwards of 30 hours, but that's for that particular game. It's not like the person is voice acting the entirety of the game, right? They're not. And it also applies to a voice actor for an anime as well, but at the same time, for an anime, they are going to be voice acting, I'd say, at least 30 to 50% of the time, a significant amount, potentially even more than that. And this is just based upon different animes that I've seen. And then if you take the shows or animated series or animated TV shows and movies and so forth based off of comics like Marvel and DC, those are going to be very similar to anime because they've been ongoing. But they are different in a sense that you have different variations of a Batman, you have different variations of a Superman. So in that situation, they could just switch the voice actors like it's nothing, right? You take My Hero Academia for Deku. If all of a sudden there's a new voice actor, it changes the character because a lot of times the characters are tied to the voice actor. It is what gives more feeling, so to speak, to who that character is, what they're like, and the personality of the person. Sometimes it just don't go that deep with other animated genres, right? For a cartoon, you just need a person to sound a certain way, like maybe a kid or have a nice voice, a soft voice, doesn't scare the child when watching a TV show. Whereas for anime, it has to be a little bit closer to reality, even though it is an anime. It has to be a little bit closer to reality because these are cues that the filmmakers or using, or the producers and the directors are using to be able to get the audience to interpret certain things, including how a person would act depending on the voice. And that's just simply one thing, the voice. So I wanted to just go ahead and discuss that. Those are my thoughts on the matter. Of course, some of this stuff is just, the majority of this stuff is going to be opinionated. So it's my personal opinion. I did look up some of this stuff online, see what was really going on within that industry. But it is nice to know that they do get paid more significantly than other animated genres. Anyways, thank you guys so much for sticking to the end. I appreciate your support. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned because I'll certainly be putting out some more videos. Be safe and have a great day.